Vino with Vivas, episode 4. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm Nikki Vivas.
And I'm Adriana Vivas.
Two sisters who have a crazy life.
Lot goes on.
Love wine and maybe overshare. I don't know.
I mean, you overshare.
Yeah.
I'm just here to be like, dear God.
Just give me the face and be like, is she really doing this again? Saying this again?
I just react like everybody who's listening. They're just like, did she say that? Did that just come out of her mouth? Yes, people, it did.
There's no filter here. There's just not.
Love it though. No judgment.
How are you feeling about this Prosecco that we're sipping on today?
You know I love Prosecco. I don't think I've ever had a bad Prosecco because I just love it so much. But this one, stunning.
Now
10
listen,
out of 10.
This is going to blow your mind. This Prosecco is very affordable.
Really?
People are going to at me. People are going to come for me. And they're like, how could you? It's not La Marca. It's not. And listen, no shade on La Marca. I enjoy it. But sometimes I want to spend $7. Like right now, because your girl's balling on a budget. Mm-hmm. And so today we are sipping on Kirkland Prosecco.
Are you talking about some Costco Prosecco?
Costco Prosecco hits every time. It's $7. I don't care what you think. It is not the most fancy of fancy, but it is delicious.
Oh, I mean, it's great.
Yeah. So that's what we're sipping on for this Vino with Vivas episode. I think we should do a sister check-in.
I think we should. I think a lot of people probably want to just hear how you're doing with kind of life right now with not being on radio for the first time since you were 18 years old.
Right.
Just kind of like, what's up with you? If you're just kind of enjoying it, are you missing it? Like, give us the tea.
God, I miss it. I miss it so much, honestly.
Yeah.
I miss talking with people. Like, I look forward to doing this because I feel like a little bit like myself again.
Oh, good.
But I'm good. I really am. I have this strange peace. You know, we talked about it in the first episode, this strange peace that everything is going to be okay and that I don't have to fight this battle because God's going to fight it for me kind of thing.
Yeah.
I made a resume for the first time in,
What?
I mean, like, years.
I need to see this resume. I want to see it so bad.
Hey,
I need to approve this
shout
resume.
out Canva. Shout out. Oh yeah, I did that. I used that Canva template.
Just
I don't have
stab
any shame.
me right in the heart as a graphic designer. She has a graphic designer for a sister and she used Canva.
I can't ask you to always create everything for me.
Okay, but
you're
at least
busy
I need
and
to
I
take a
feel
look.
bad.
I need to approve this resume before it goes out.
You can look at it.
I need to.
But I got on Indeed.com. I started looking for jobs.
Oh my God.
Look, I haven't had to look for a job in I don't know how long. Very humbling experience.
I'm sure. That's just what normal people do. We go and we search on like LinkedIn, Indeed, Google Jobs.
Yeah.
And just hope that there's something out there.
I mean, look, I don't know what my next step is. I really don't. I've got a few little things working, but I am not one to just do well with like a bunch of time on my hands and just sitting around.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's been a lot of time lately. So I've got to get busy and get back to doing something. So I've had a few little interviews.
Okay.
I've talked to some people. TV might be in my future again.
TV again.
A little bit.
That's
not in the
interesting.
same setting.
Okay.
Not like
Okay.
news.
Okay.
No. But that maybe is something coming up. But overall, I'm good.
Okay. That's
I
all.
am.
That's all. I just
Thank
wanted to
you
check
for
in
asking.
and make sure you were good. And
I'm drinking a lot of wine, though. I will tell you that much. My God.
I mean, when you have this much free time, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, but I think I want to ask a little bit of a deeper question because I think a lot of people probably will want to know this, is that are you, whenever these 6 months is up for your non-compete, is radio going to be the first thing on your mind? Is that going to be like, are you saving yourself like in a job for getting back on air and going back into radio? Or do you not know? The
hope is to get back in radio.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. All right.
I have put a lot of time and effort into building a brand. That is literally what I've been doing for the last, my God, 18 years. June 1st is my anniversary. And that would be what, I think 19 years? Holy crap.
That's wild.
So yeah, the goal is definitely to do radio at some capacity.
Okay.
Now, what radio is going to look like moving forward could be different.
Sure. Yeah.
I think that it's a really interesting time for radio as a medium. I do still think it's important. I do still think people love radio, especially in Kansas City.
Oh, yes.
You know, people really love their local talent.
Definitely.
And it's needed. It's necessary. But it's changed a lot. There aren't as many jobs.
Yeah. I mean, there's only a handful of, I think, radio stations that people turn on in the morning in Kansas City, you know, obviously based on their interests and whatever, but there's only a handful that are pop radio stations or that play, you know, a little bit of everything that people like.
And see, and if you asked me, Nikki, what does the future of radio look like? I don't think music, I don't think pop radio will exist. I don't think music, I don't think that's where it's at.
Okay.
I think it's going to be talk, and I think it's going to be sports.
Oh.
I mean, you can get your music anywhere.
True. Yeah.
People listen to Spotify. People listen to Pandora. People listen to, you know, whatever it is. You can get your music whenever you want it. You can play whatever you want whenever you want.
Yeah.
I just don't think that people come to radio anymore for the music.
They come for the people.
Exactly.
That are talking.
They come for the content, the talent. So I think in the next 10 years, you're going to see a big transformation. So as uncomfortable as it is, I think the podcast world and me doing some sort of version of radio will exist.
Definitely. Okay.
We'll see.
That's all I needed to know. That's what I need. I wanted to just make sure she's not giving up, folks. She's not. You're not gonna, you know, have to never hear Nikki on a radio again. Yeah. It's just we're just gonna take a little pause and see what it looks like here in a few months.
I honestly, and everyone's asked, they're like, well, which station are you going to, and who have you talked to, and you know, a lot of my offers have been from out of state.
Which is wild and kind of exciting.
It's exciting, but at the same time, if you know anything about me, you know, I mean, my grandparents' house is very important to me.
Yeah, you love Kansas City.
I love Kansas City.
Yes.
I'm not saying no to anything right now.
Right.
I'm open to all possibilities.
I think that's exactly how you should be.
But I am also just kind of like, you know, do I need to change and go into something else completely?
I just literally
I don't know.
It's hard because I just feel like I can't see you. Not that you're not talented. You could do anything. I just feel like you are your best self, and you are meant to be on radio, and you're meant to be a part of people's mornings. So I think I'm with all the other people who have listened to you for years. I want to hear Nikki Vivas on the radio again.
Well, thank you. I had a really interesting conversation with a good friend this past week, and he told me, he's like, Nikki, you need to not think about yourself as just a radio talent. You are a connector of people. And he said, if I know anything about you, you have always, you know, no matter what class people that you're talking to, or, you know, male, female, whoever it is, you find a way to connect with them. You make them feel comfortable. You make them feel wanted. And in turn, they are part of you and you're part of them.
That's beautiful.
And I honestly sat there for a second and I'm like that's totally what it is.
Totally.
I've always just wanted to connect people and make people feel like they have a safe spot with me, and I'm, you know, part of their life. And I don't know.
No, I get it, because you do that in your personal life. It's not just in radio.
No,
you're
that's
the first.
Me.
You're the first to throw a big old party and invite everybody that you love to be there, and just make sure they feel welcomed, and say, like, just bring yourself, come on, have a good time.
Exactly.
So I love that.
I've been making plans since I was a little kid. You know, I remember my friends, elementary school, like people calling, like, what are we doing? Are we going to the movies? What are we going to the mall? I mean, I constantly want to connect people to the plans and what we're doing. So
that's just a fun way to live life. Yeah.
Maybe that's a job right there somehow. I don't know. Your girl needs to get paid, okay?
Subtle foreshadowing. We're going to remember this.
Yes.
For the future.
But thank you for checking in. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You've got some exciting stuff coming up. Now, if you don't know, my sister Adriana is... not only is she a graphic whiz, okay, not only can she do all of the content, she's a mastermind, an aesthetic, you know, diva. She can do it all. She really can.
Yeah. I'll toot my own horn a little bit. I kind of do it all.
You really should. I mean, that's so amazing that you have branded yourself in this way, because it makes you really hard to get rid of.
Makes me hard to replace.
You exactly.
Thank you.
You have to do that.
Yeah.
But you've got some big shoots coming up because you've got some really cool clients that you work with.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And if you don't know, she works at Barclay downtown. It's an ad agency. But yeah, how's that going?
It's good. I'm excited. I'm flying out to LA next week to do a big commercial shoot for a client I love. I don't think I'm allowed to say the client.
Yeah, probably keep it secret.
A little hush hush. But I'm just super excited because I mean, obviously, I love to travel, but I've just really found this new love for content creation and like video editing.
Yes.
So I am really excited to just flex those skills, and I'm excited to go to LA with an amazing team. And I don't know, I feel like my career is naturally changing paths right now, and it's really exciting because I've been doing design for so many years, like since I was in college and grad school, like that was my main focus. But
because the dream back then was to do a magazine.
Oh yeah,
fashion. You loved fashion.
I did. I always growing up, I wanted to be a fashion designer, and I still love fashion. But unfortunately, you had to be a little bit more realistic and be like, you live in mid-Missouri, you got to go to New York, you got to go to LA, you got to have New York or LA money to do all that. But I really love where I landed because I feel like I get to be so creative and I get to work with really incredible clients, work with really incredible people, and it's just it's a good energy.
I mean, you're born to do it, no doubt about it. You're fantastic at it. And I'm so grateful that you know all that shit because I don't. Okay, so today on the podcast, last one was a little bit, wild. We learned some things, but I kind of want to stay in that world because I feel like
I literally had a coworker binocular me the other day.
Shut up, you did?
Yes. I'm realizing that this podcast is reaching way further than I realized it would. So
I had some people DM me and they were like, bitches are going to be binocularing all over Kansas City.
Oh my God.
Did you trademark that? Because you should. If not,
no, I definitely didn't.
You need to.
Yeah, we need to get on that.
You need to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh geez. I could have made so much money.
I mean, look, there's
binocular
so many things.
Bitches.
Binocularing.
Hey, it works.
Okay, so kind of in the same line of last week. There's another term floating around, and yes, I'm sure it's like a Gen Z type of term.
Okay.
But I read this story last week and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely bringing this up on the podcast. No doubt about it. Hobosexual. Hobosexual.
Let's spell this out. Hobosexual. Can you call
Hobo sexual?
Can you call homeless people hobos?
I mean, it's a derogatory negative term, but this is meant to be light here.
Okay,
we're making jokes here. I'm not trying to be like politically correct at the moment, sis.
Okay.
I'm just teaching you a term that's out there.
Hobosexual. Got it.
And you've never heard this.
No. What the heck is what the heck are the kids making up nowadays?
Okay, I want to make sure I read this. Make sure, I get the whole entire thing right. So I'm going to read it to you. Yeah.
I'm going to take a drink.
You should. Hobosexual. A slang term used to describe someone who gets into a romantic or sexual relationship, mainly to secure a place to live or avoid being homeless. Hobosexual.
A hobosexual. Okay.
So picture this. I mean, look, rent's freaking stupid expensive, right?
Tell me about it. Yeah.
You and I had this conversation about, because you're trying to buy a house soon.
Yeah.
You're tired of paying ridiculous amounts of rent.
Yep.
So, I mean, somebody who finds somebody who has a space, whether it be an apartment or a house, and they date them just so they can kind of move in and have a place to shower and do their laundry and eat and live.
I mean, I get that you have to do what you have to do to survive. Like, sure. But I just don't know anybody that would not instantly like clock on to the fact that this person is staying over a lot. This person is using my shower every morning. They're not leaving. I mean, is this after a first date? Is this after a few dates?
I'm glad you ask.
I'm confused.
Because I saw this message. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect. This ties into it perfectly. Because this is happening. This is a real thing where women are having men and women. I mean, both ways.
Oof.
So, listen to this. I just returned from a date with a homeless man. This was our second date. The first one, we met at a train station and went to a nice lounge, and he escorted me home in a taxi. No red flags. This time, the second date, train station, but I picked him up. We went to a lounge to play pool. We had some pizza and a drink. It was nice. He was pushy, though, and wanted to come home with me.
Oh, boy.
He went on to explain that he had trouble with his landlord this month, and he was staying with a buddy. He texted, said, buddy, then called this buddy and was unable to reach him.
Oof.
He asked me if he could stay at my place. I said no, many different ways, and he was very pushy about it. I'm going to break into that real quick and just say, look, if anybody's pushy, that is a huge red flag, and you run.
Get out of there immediately.
No, absolutely not. Anyway, back to the letter here. Said no sex. He will sleep on my couch, etc. He told me the buddy hangs at a bar downtown. I offered to drive him there. He accepted. I dropped him off at this bar, but he made me promise to let him stay at my place if he couldn't find his friend.
Bro.
I did promise, but at that point, I would say anything to get rid of him. OMG. This was wild. I discovered he had no car because he had no license due to an impaired driving charge. It's true, hobosexuals exist.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So, okay, the first date, it sounded like a good time, no red flags. I mean, how would you know? Your first date with somebody, you're not meeting them at their house, so they could be homeless.
I wonder though,
but where did he get the money to buy pizza and drinks?
That's my first question, is if he's homeless. I think, some homeless people probably have money, but it's like, is that how you're spending your money on a date? I mean, I guess if it secures you a place to sleep, then more power to you. But how did he pay for the date? Maybe he didn't. Maybe that's left out.
I don't know. But
I do have a story. Actually, that not this level.
Has this happened to you?
In so many words.
Oh shit.
Actually.
I can't wait.
Okay, so this was, oh boy, I can't believe I've been saying this. You know this person. I'm not going to expose them on this podcast, but you know this person actually.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
So
okay.
We had just been chatting. I think we had matched on Tinder or one of the apps. This is long time ago, grad school, long time ago.
Okay.
And I was in Kansas City. This person was in Kansas City. I was there for the weekend, and we were chatting. We were like, hey, we should meet up. That'd be fun. I'm at this party. You can come pick me up, and we'll just go hang out, and then we can go back to your place, hang out.
Yeah.
It felt really innocent and chill. Well, he tells me that he's like, I can't have you over because, my roommate, he's just very, very religious and doesn't want any girls coming over to the apartment. And, he just live a really privileged life. And he's very particular about things. And I was like,
what?
I was like, okay, all right.
I need more wine for this. I can already tell.
And so,
oh my God.
And so I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. We hadn't been talking that long. So I was like, okay, we'll still hang out, whatever. So come to find out, we actually did go on a few dates, and he finally spilled that he doesn't live with a roommate, that he lives with his parents.
I know who it is. But and
I was so hoodwinked. I was hoodwinked. I was like, why didn't you just tell me that? I feel like I would respect you so much more if you.
How old was he at the time?
Oh God, I don't know, 25 or 6 probably.
Okay, so I mean that's not.
It's not like he was 30
horrible.
and still living with his parents.
Yeah.
But I just felt, I was like, okay, you could have told me that. You could have told me you lived with your parents. I don't think it's talk about icks. It's a little bit icky, but I would have respected you way more. You told me that than lied to me.
Okay, but did you go to the parents' house? Did you eventually hang out at the parents' house?
I think I did, yes. We actually did talk. Weirdly, there was many other red flags in this relationship because back in the day, I just clearly
saw the circus like your sister does.
Yeah.
Wave the red flag. And I'm like, ooh, a circus. I should run towards it.
That was
not run away.
Pre-healed.
God, Nikki, get your shit together.
Pre-healed Adriana, saw red flags and was like, oh, that's okay.
Well, it's your 20s.
We'll work on that. It's fine. But living with your parents, sorry, now red flag. And lying about it, red flag. Being homeless and trying to date you to sleep on your couch, red flag.
I think that's why, I mean, honestly, if I were to become single again, I mean, I'm asking all the tough questions right off the bat.
Oh, sure. You
First
don't have time
date,
to
I don't
waste.
care. I don't have time to waste.
No.
Like I want to know all the things. If you're living with your parents, if your credit score is 300, I mean,
God.
exactly. I mean, like, I don't have time for that shit.
You need to ask the hard-hitting questions.
You do. I like that you said ick though. Icks are a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Icks are a thing. I think we should get into that later on.
Totally.
Maybe make like, I don't know, a whole episode about icks, because boy, I got a list.
Ooh. I would love to know your list of icks. I feel like yours is longer than mine. Clearly, I am very understanding and like, oh, that's okay. But I feel like if there's one thing that turns you off about a guy, are you just like run for the hills? You're like immediately no.
Okay. Normally, sis, yes.
Yeah.
Normally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord.
It's fine. Okay, back to the homosexual real quick. I want to... look, this has never happened to me.
No, because you would shoot them.
Well, yes, I would definitely shoot them. But I did, back in my day, I had a guy. Now, I'm not proud of this at all, but I picked him up at the grocery store.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine. I always had a thing that I was going to meet like the love of my life at a grocery store. You know, like bump carts.
Sure.
And it's like a meet cute moment.
That's cute. But picking them up at a grocery store.
I mean, he was grocery shopping, so I thought that this was going to be good. Anyway, the guy, he was kind of pushy, kind of in a way of like wanting to come over. And I've lived with my grandparents. And I was very open about me living with my grandparents.
As you should be.
And he was like, he still wanted to come over.
That's
and he still wanted to be. He's like, oh, I don't care. And I was like, dude, I don't know you. Are you crazy? Yeah. You could come in here and want to wear my skin.
The alarm should be going off in your head. If a guy's pushing you to do something, especially invade your space, come into your home, alarms going immediately. Yeah, you got to trust your gut on that.
God.
And so what happened?
Oh, I ghosted him.
Oh, thank God.
I was done. I was like, yeah, no, you're not. No. Like that's a huge red flag to me. If you're like, I just met you and you're already trying to meet the person that's closest to me, like stage 5 clinger, hi, run, crazo. I mean, look at it that way. Like, yeah, 100%. One, you're pushy and you're trying to come over to my house, which I just, met you. That's kind of weird. But 2, like, that's my family.
Yeah.
You don't just get to meet my family.
Yeah. Also, the way Graham and Grandpa would literally be like, "Who the hell is this?" If you just brought some rando into their house.
Grandpa would have. Well, yeah. Grandpa would have buried him in the backyard.
Dear God. Oh boy. Okie dokies.
That's another story for another time. So I guess the question is, has this happened to you? Have you dated a hobosexual?
And not known it.
Or
maybe you found out. We want to know the story.
You ran. We need the tea. So hit the comments. Thank you for being here for another Vino with Vivas.
Ow.